Hello everyone, and welcome back. This is Ahmed Odwan with the USMLE 101 channel, and we are back with another Q&A video. So I got a question from a commentator, and he said that he got a low score on step 1, and he got discouraged, and he thought, well, I'm not going to match, so I'm not going to continue with this. What do you think? Should I continue? Or I was right to just drop it. And while this is a really great question, I believe that we can twist the question a little bit and answer a more broader question, and which is how can I get matched? I mean, what is important when it comes to matching? Is it only scores? Is it only other things? And so on. So I'm going to answer this question: how can I get matched? And what are the qualifications that I need to get matched? The first thing is obviously the scores, of course. Below 220 is a low score. Of course, if you go below the average, you still have a low score, and you can check the average every year. They change. It gets really tough, and with each year, so you can check exactly what the average is, and more importantly, you can check exactly what the average is for your specialty, the one you're applying for, because it's going to be different from family medicine. It's going to be different from let's say orthopedic surgery. They are two different things, and so you have to look exactly where you are matching and then check the average scores. But does a score tell the whole story? No, it does not. And this is important. I mean, you have to get at least like 230 and plus, or 240 plus, as much as you can, or as many points as you can. But if you don't, does it end the road? No, it does not. It does not at all. So below 220, can you still match? Yes, you can still match. Definitely, you can still match. I know people who got 210 and they matched, and I know people who got 240 and they did not match. So it doesn't really end the whole thing when it comes to the scores here. So the second thing that you need to address here is the U.S. clinical experience. You still have to have U.S. clinical experience. Of course, international medical graduates, they try really hard, and the competition is a lot tougher now to get U.S. clinical experience, at least decent ones. And I will have like an entire video for the U.S. clinical experience one later on. But right now, you need to understand that you have to have at least like 2 to 3 months U.S. clinical experience. Preferably, it will be a hands-on experience with patients in some place that is reputable, not just like a clinic or something like that. You need to have this experience to get at least 1, 2, or 3 recommendation letters from credible U.S. physicians, and this would help you a lot to get an interview. And some people do not get like hands-on experience. You can still get the observership. It's not really like considered like good U.S. clinical experience, but it's better than nothing, and sometimes it helps a lot, and you can get a recommendation letter out of this. So this is the second thing, the U.S. clinical experience. And the third is going to be the research experience. Some people go on and do like research for a year or 2 and so on. It's not that important to do like extensive research or something like that, and if you have like publications even when you are at home, your home country, and they are like good publications in reputable journals and stuff like that, that is enough, I think. And you don't really have to spend much time on doing research. But if you can, this will help a lot. It will build like some kind of like networking. You can get to know U.S. physicians. Perhaps the person you are having like doing research with, he can offer you a U.S. clinical experience and so on. So you have to work on that part and decide for yourself. But if you have research experience, that's a bonus point. That's really good, and it's awesome. The fourth thing is going to be at what time did you graduate? If you are still a fresh graduate, I'm saying fresh, like 3 to 4 years, this is good. It's going to give you a good chance, better than someone who's an older graduate, let's say like 7 years and above, like 7 years, 10 years graduate. That's going to have a lower chance of matching. He can still match, or she can still match, but it's going to be a lot lower than somebody who was just graduated. So if you have the option to finish the steps real quick, do a clinical experience just real quick, and match like in 2 years after graduation, that's gonna be really good. I mean, you're gonna have a good chance of matching at that point, even if your scores are not the best scores. The last thing that you need to take care of, and I mentioned that before, but it has to do with the specialty you are applying for. This is really important. I mean, you can't get like a low score and then think of surgery. Let's say, for example, you need to have a realistic expectations of what you can match in. Not just like I have this fantasy of matching in a specific spot, or maybe matching in say my clinic or something like that, and you still have low scores or a bad resume or something like that, and you still want to match. You're not going to match in that program. You need to broaden your attention to different other programs that can match you. So yeah, I think that's the basic idea. I want to recap here and say that scores are important, of course, but if you didn't get scored a good score, it doesn't mean the end of the road. You still can match, and you need to work on your resume and get U.S. clinical experience, preferably hands-on. You need to get some research experience. You need to get to apply to the match when you are still a fresh graduate. So and finally apply to the correct program. That's my answer. At least I hope that I answered your question, or the one who asked me in the comments. And I'm looking forward to what you guys think. If you do think that what I said is not right, or if you have anything to add, that would help a lot. At least help me at some point. And if you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next one. All right. Take care. Bye.